What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Connor Lackey and Hayden Hale here with another ball review. Today we are doing the Storm Concept. So Storm Concept is the latest ball in their urethane-like motion line. Last one was the Level, and now we have Concept.
Yeah, so the Concept is a really unique bowling ball. That's something not like anything else they've really done before other than the Level, but this ball is meant to improve upon that idea with the SPI Lab series. So it comes in at 261020 for the core numbers. And what you're gonna see out of this ball is a really versatile reaction type. And you're gonna see a really good control piece, whether you're bowling on house shots for those easier stuff to blend those out, or even when we switch over to a sport shot to the 36 feet, you know, anything shorter, even the longer stuff that's a little bit flatter, that's a little bit harder. This ball is gonna do a really good job at blending that stuff out. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna show you on the house shot, and then we're gonna switch over to the Ballard pattern, which is a 36-foot house or sport shot, sorry. And then we're gonna, show you how versatile this bowling ball can be. So the layout on my Concept that I'm gonna be throwing is 4x4 by 2.5. This is a layout that I use a lot on my urethane bowling balls. Like I have a fast pitch, I've done it on the IQ 78s, and I've also done it on the pitch black. This layout for me, it really helps the ball start up a little bit earlier and then blend out down lane. And you're gonna see that as we throw this bowling ball here. So as you can see, I left that a little bit inside in the shim, but it didn't get off the spot too hard. And it really just blended out the pattern like you'd expect. And this is the house shot, so you're gonna see a little bit more forgiveness. Like I miss in there, it's gonna hold. But this ball does a really good job at just maximizing your miss room without the penalties that you'd have from quicker reactive balls.
So the layout I did on mine is 4x4x3. I've done this on an IQ 78U and on a pitch black. Both are very, very stock layouts for urethane-like motion. And from what I see, this actually gives me a little more overall motion than a pitch black, but still the same control that I would see out of the pitch black and the IQ 78U. It rolls like urethane. I don't know what else to say about this ball other than it rolls so true to urethane without having all the negative effects of the carry down. While every ball does carry down, this does not carry down like urethane, it doesn't carry down like plastic, so it still preserves the lane play, but it also rolls like urethane. So you get the control of the urethane, but you don't get the nasty carry down effects of the urethane.
Yeah, and I think that any of the, whether you're throwing a Level or this ball, it's not quite a urethane ball. And we'll kind of see that a little bit more on the 36 foot. And you can see it on the house shot too. It's got a little bit more of a continuation down lane than a urethane ball would. And I really think that it's a good option when you can't throw urethane or right when you're getting out of urethane. They're really good on top of that, that transition to help you blend it out. As you can see there, like those control pieces, it kind of backs off the corner there, and you see it kind of go light mixer, kind of scatter the rack there, which is a good hit to have too out of these control balls, because it's seeing the front of the lane and just kind of blending it out down lane, and that's really what you want to see out of these.
So when it comes to very controllable balls, even for not only sport patterns but the house shot, this is as control as you can get on the market. There's no other ball in the history of bowling that is reactive that has been able to make this shape so close to urethane. Oh, Log City. Once again, we are also bowling on synthetic pins. So pin carry might be a little more extreme than you would see on typical wood pins. But still, the ball is doing all the right things. You can see it digging in the fronts, but instead of it having that violent motion down lane that a normal reactive ball would, it's very mellow, very controlled, and it's reading the back ends very smoothly.
And also, when I bowled the USBC Masters, urethane was not allowed at that. So you saw a lot of people throwing plastic, but they also threw a lot of the concepts. Personally, I threw two concepts, one 4x4 by 2.5, which is the one you see here, and the other I left a little bit shinier at a 4x4 by 4, and that one really picks up the back end. So, a lot you can do with this ball. Ooh. And I just got it a little bit out. It just didn't quite get to the corner because, like we said before, it's kind of that urethane-like reaction. And it really just got to the spot, backed off the corner, which is what you want if you're throwing that control piece. So I think it's still a really good option. Even for this, fresh house shot, it still blended it out just fine. And, miss out, 10-pin. It's a control bowling ball, that's what you expect. Get it into friction, it backs off the corner.
So we're just gonna stay right here. We're gonna make a nice committed release to this ball and make the pins go boom. That's a really good shot. And I mean, you can't argue with that ball motion. It's picking up in the mids, blending off the back end, and absolutely pulverizing the rack. So now that we bowled our 3 shots on the house shot, we're gonna take it over to lane 18. We're gonna throw on the Ballard pattern. It's 36 feet, 1.9-ish to 1, 28 mils. So we're gonna give it a few shots on that lane and show you just how versatile this concept can be.
So now we're over on the Ballard pattern. This one's 36 feet, 1.9 to 1, I think, right?
Yep, 1.93.
Right? Yeah, and we're gonna show you just the different ball reaction you can get out of this ball. We're going to be standing a little bit further right, maybe rolling it a little bit more to just, get it to back off the corner. But you're going to see what this ball can really do here. And you see that shape again, just like any urethane ball would do. Got to the spot, kind of backed off the corner, nice control shape, and just goes through the pins so nice. And I think what you get out of this ball that you don't get out of other urethane balls is that continuation through the pins. It really just went through the pins so nice there that you might see a lot of urethane balls kind of back off and kind of mix them up. That ball is going to go through them a lot more than the other urethane balls.
So funny enough, this pattern in Sport League tonight, I just shot 300 on with the concept, game 4. Let's see if I can make it look just as good. Wow. That was a pretty good pitch for the first one on Ballard in a while. But that one, you can see just how far right it got. Got a probably 2 board down lane. Still had that same recovery on like we did on the house shot, but it didn't overreact like a reactive ball would. Might actually have to make an adjustment off of that just because it was that good of a shot. Might have to roll it just a touch more. Didn't necessarily pick up in the right spot, at least for my eye.
Yeah, I really like that shot too. It just got a little bit behind the head pin and just, 10-pin. That's how she goes. So here's another shot here. Let's see if I can't swing it a little bit more to see if it gets back from the outside. Yeah, and there you see it, just that nice blendy motion. And I think this ball is going to be one that you see on the PBA tour all the time. And if you're somebody who bowls those sport shot tournaments and stuff like that, sweepers and stuff like that, I think this ball is going to be something that you go to a lot to control those lanes, to blend out front to back. It's just such a nice shape out of this thing.
I agree. And actually, we had a sweeper here not too long ago on 35-foot boardwalk. And we tried throwing urethane on it, but because we're using glide and it's such a heavy volume, urethane actually carried down a lot more than we thought, and it was also very humid in the building. And I actually moved right and used that urethane as hold with the concept and had a pretty good look throwing it up about 4. So I'm gonna try and get this ball just to start up maybe literally a foot sooner. So I moved about 1/2 inch up on the approach. That's a little more inside. Yep, a little inside, but you can see how it did pick up sooner. It actually went a little more forward. But because it picked up just that little bit sooner, I ended up with a 4-pin versus a flat 10.
And that's what I think you're getting a good view of what these balls can do with different layouts. And actually, I have another one here I think I'll throw to kind of show you the difference of what these balls can do. I'm going to move quite a bit deeper with this ball just because of how much more this hooks. This is 4x4x4, so I've got an extra 1.5 inches on this bowling ball away from the COG, and that's going to get it to pop a lot more. It's still that same concept shape, just a little bit more down lane, and really something you can go to. I mean, look at that. You know, if you have one of them that you want to keep with like a little bit closer COG, and then one that you want to go taller, I mean, I think the ball motion speaks for itself there. I mean, what do you think, Connor?
I mean, this is just another reason why I'm gonna drill another one here in a second. This one's 4x4x3.5. I'm actually gonna probably go 4x4x1.5. That way I can get a little closer to that IQ78U look. Because this one reminds me of maybe a stronger pitch black.
Okay.
The other one, I'm probably gonna go a little closer. That way it's a little more forward, not as round off the spot like this one, but still gives me similar shape.
Right. And I think my, you know, a little bit stronger one, the 4x4x4, that one that picks up a little bit more on the back end, I think that's closer to what you would see out of an IQ Tour type bowling ball, where it hooks a little bit more down lane, but you're still getting the same concept shape. And that's something that's really, really cool to see. A ball that can do this much different things depending on how you drill it. I think this is something that's unique. I don't think any other bowling ball on the market really does what this ball does. And I think it's something that everybody can use.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not like, you know, you have 1 or 2 urethanes and then you're like, okay, I got this base covered. You can have 3, 4, or even 5 of them and alter the surface, alter the layout, and you can have so many different shapes with the same predictability that, I mean, I don't know of any other bowling ball on the market that is this forgiving in terms of layouts, but it just is overall very predictable. That should be good. Okay. I thought it was pretty good. Might be just a pinch fast, maybe a little too forward. But at the end of the day, I mean, we are throwing on the fresh. We've had very minimal practice shots, and we want to show just the versatility of this. I may have been a board too far left, so actually, I'm gonna move one right.
Why don't you throw one more in you know?
Yeah. We're gonna throw one more. We're gonna move one right. We're gonna leave our eyes the same, so we're gonna shallow out the angles. And this should result in 10 in the pit, if I throw it correctly. That's better. Bingo.
There you go. That is the shape you want to see there.
Yep. It's insane what one board right with your feet and not moving your eyes can do. Just created a little too steep of angles through the fronts, and maybe that's why the 10 pin stood on the first ball. But you can't argue with those results right there. I mean, you've seen 3 different concepts with 3 different layouts, and they've all looked really, really good going through the pins. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please click the like and the subscribe button. If you want to see more ball reviews from us, let us know what balls you want to see down in the comments. Huge thank you to Jack60 for letting us film here. Josh Solomon, David Small, Rob Collier, thank you again for letting us film in here. And I will see you guys in the next video.